Hey everyone, Two-Tone back with Spyral gameplay. Well, less gameplay, more combo tutorial, right? Baronne has released on Master Duel, and because we are doing a Synchro payoff package in our Danger Spyral deck list, we can actually go into Baronne instead of FA Non-Drexter. It's a Omni Negate instead of a Spell Trap Negate, and a little easier to get into in certain ways. You can get into it earlier in your combo rather than relying on the Desert Locusts combo to get into it, though this will still be our main combo line. The only thing I've really changed aside from taking out Don Dragster and putting in Baronne is I've added a Zephyros to the deck. The main reason being it's an easy to special summon 4 is nice to have around whenever you're doing the Desert Locusts into Baronne combo, because you need a 4 on the field to do that. And I was going to test with this, but if you really wanted to trim the deck size down, Zephyros is an easy cut, and maybe so is Bigfoot or your third Nessie, something like that. But this is the deck I'm going to be playing, and I'm going to be testing with it. So, let's give that a shot, hey? I'll see you guys in the first combo. Alright, so here's our first combo. We're just against a solo, in solo mode against a bot, because this is a tutorial. We're going to go ahead and lead off with Resort to get Quik Fix, and this is the basic Spyral combo of Quik Fix plus Magician Souls. It's the best combo in your deck. The best 2-card combo, at least. And the one that always gets you to your best end board. So we'll go ahead and summon Quik Fix, go get Big Red. I mean, I guess the order you should do is Magician Souls first, see if they have a Maxi or something, but, who cares. Activate Magician Souls, sending Master Plan for cost. I guess I'll go through the combo because I'm not going to be doing anything else. Use Big Red to bring a Master Plan. And the first thing we'll be getting is our rescue mission off Master Plan. Use our Souls effect to draw 2. I'm actually only going to draw, you would in a game situation draw both Big Red and Rescue Mission, but I might draw a card I don't want to draw for the purposes of the tutorial, so I'm only going to do the necessary thing of putting Rescue Mission in the graveyard to draw 1, but you would, in your games, make sure you send Big Red to draw 2. It's better that way. Sweet, Red is a card I don't care about. Now you're going to use the spent Magician Souls to go into Link Rebo. This is important for later in the combo so you don't clog up your Link zones. And now we can use Barricade Board Blocker, plus Link Rebo, or make Barricade Blocker out of Link Rebo and Master Plan. In this situation, if you have like a danger or something, this is a great time to discard them. I do not, so I'm not going to, but in your situation, you might have a good card to discard, but you don't necessarily need one. The other main things, like if you drew another Rescue Mission or Assault Mission off of your Magician Souls draw, this would be a great time to discard them as well. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel it, but heck, even if you didn't have anything good to discard, it might be worth it just to chain block your Master Plan here. But I'm not going to bother. So now we can go get a Super Agent off our Master Plan and a Resort. Now, I actually drew the Sleeper already, so I'm going to play the Resort and pretend I activated to go get Sleeper, alright? That's what I did. Alright, so now we can use our Rescue Mission to bring back Master Plan. So in Master Plan, go get your Assault Mission, because we've used our normal summon, and our next part of the combo is getting Drone in rotation. And this combo does work with the pure version. Nothing I'm doing, I'm not using any of the dangers here, but this combo does work in pure. So as long as you're running Curious, the same extra deck payoff cards like Borlid, Savage Dragon, and Baronne, Destrudo, and a Jet Synchron, you can do all of this in the regular combo. So go ahead and activate Quik Fix, discarding Assault. Bring him over here. Use his effect. Go get Spyral GEAR Drone. And as per usual, we use Assault to summon Drone. This might all seem familiar. This is pretty regular Spyral combo stuff. This is actually, no matter what version of the combo you're doing, this is pretty similar. So go Monster, Monster Spell. And we know it's a monster on top. We can go ahead and call Monster. Go get our last Master Plan from the deck. Summon her here. And this is kind of the reason you go into Link Rebo, because now all your Link zones are clogged whenever you use your Helix effect. But if Link Rebo is in your graveyard, you don't really worry about Link zones. You can special summon himself anywhere. You just need a level 1 creature, which we will get in just a second. Just got to go into Princess Sprite. And pitching Quik Fix. And we draw Foolish Beggar. Foolish Beggar actually would change the combo here. You would go get a Jet Synchron, and you could actually summon Baronne on your turn once you have this card in hand, but I'm going to ignore it because you're not necessarily going to have it. So discard Rescue Mission with Quik Fix. Summon Quik Fix, get our last piece out of our deck before we go into Curious. That's the nice thing about this combo is you're not really afraid of, nothing Curious mills is going to be bad. The only thing I don't want to mill here for the purposes of the video and the tutorial is I don't actually want to mill a Jet Synchron because I want to, get it the way you would get it regularly. So we'll go ahead and use Link Rebo. Now I've got 3 Darks of separate types. I can go into Curious. Activate Curious. Send Destrudo to the graveyard and hope you don't hit Jet Synchron, otherwise the video is going to be less informative. Okay, no Jet Synchron. Sweet, we're there. Okay, the next thing you'll probably do is just go ahead and make Appaloosa. Just get that out of the way. And we'll special summon our Super Agent because we know their top card. You do need a monster on the field that has levels for your Destrudo, and that's where Super Agent comes in, though you could, like, rescue mission back something, I guess. Alright, now we can actually activate Destrudo. Get Super Agent as their target. Summon Destrudo. And now we go into Destrudo with Halqifibrax. Or go to Halqifibrax with Destrudo. So bring Halqifibrax over here. There we go. Halqifibrax will go ahead and summon Jet Synchron. Summon him here. We'll activate Rescue Mission. Special Summon Master Plan. Summon her face up. Activate her effect. Get our very last Rescue Mission. Go ahead and go into Warlord Savage Dragon, everyone's favorite buddy. Use Warlord Savage Dragon effect. And put Curious on it, obviously, because Curious has a graveyard effect if it gets popped or something. Now you can, now here's where it gets a little dicey. The only card left in graveyard is Jet Synchron, right? So you would use Jet Synchron, discard Rescue, and typically what you would do in this situation is, well, it doesn't matter. We're just going to do it anyhow. So use Jet Synchron, go ahead and get Rescue Mission. I was going to talk about how you would not want to play into Call by the Grave, but we're just going to not worry about it. So we're going to use these two to go into IP Masquerena. Summon her here. Activate Sleeper. Make sure you do not get rid of your Mission Rescue. That's important. So if you had activated Barricade Board Blocker, you do want to leave Resort in Graveyard. So you're going to get rid of Big Red, Master Plan probably, because you've got no more missions in Graveyard in the deck to get. So these are fine to get rid of. And you might want to recycle your Helix for some reason. But what you banish, it depends on board situation a lot of the time. So, and that is full combo. Now, what I was going to mention earlier that I'm going to mention now, you could, it's technically optimal to wait for your opponent's turn to activate this rescue mission, because they might set a card randomly or activate a field spell first. And if they do that, you can rescue mission back your Super Agent and pop their field spell, which is just great value. But I'm going to, like, pretend I'm playing around Call by the Grave. So I'm going to activate Call by the Grave, or I'm going to activate Rescue Mission, so my opponent can't Call by the Grave my target on their turn. This is like the safest way to play, though it does give you one less interaction because you're not, making use of your Super Agent's effect. And then you would pass the turn with your pumps on. Do your upkeep stuff, send Jackalope, why not? And so your opponent's turn, I'm just waiting for them to play anything so I can get a prompt and show you how you finish up your combo. So they play a Forces, that's fine. I'm going to activate Halqifibrax, banishing a card. Summon Desert Locusts. Phase up. And Desert Locust will force them to discard, and then you will chain Desert Locust's effect to itself. And you will sync off to make everyone's favorite generic tuner, Baronne! And that's how you get into Baronne on this board. Instead of FA Dawn Dragster, that's the different payoff. Now you have another Omni Negate. There we go. And your opponent discards. And now you've got a full all board and a nice monster effect Appaloosa, But yeah, double Omni Negate and a pop on your next turn if they don't answer it. So that's really good. So even if they use the negate, they won't want to, Forbidden Droplets this card because they need to answer Warlord Savage Dragon and such. So yeah, there we go. That's the combo, and I'll get to the second one in just a second for you. Okay, so now we're going to do the Magician's Souls plus Rescue Mission combo. This also works with Foolish Berry Good or Monster Reborn even. It's basically the same thing. But Rescue Mission and Foolish Berry Goods are the most common thing you're going to run in Pure Spyral and in Dangers, so we'll do that scenario first. So we'll go ahead and activate Magician's Souls, send Master Plan. And this combo is a little different because you have to actually make a decision point on what you want on your end board, an Omni, Negate, or Sleeper. So we're going to activate Magician's Souls and send Rescue. We're not going to send anything else, because who knows, maybe it's all ashes, right? We're going to bring back Master Plan with Rescue. Revive your Master Plan. Go get your Assault. You can make your Barricade Board Blocker. Well, first let's no reason not to really go into Link Crevo. You always want to get your Link Creeper rotation. It's just good to have him there. Like, he's a good effect in the graveyard. And now you can go to Barricade Board Blocker. And you'll pitch your Assault with Board Blocker, and obviously go get your Quik Fix and your Resort with your Master Plan. Alright, so go get your Quik Fix and your Resort. Now here's where you make the decision, right? Without a 4 on the field, you cannot make Baronne off just this setup. So you have to, like, you know, make a little bit of a decision here on what you're going to do. I'm going to go into Super Agent, because, you know, that's the point of this video, is to show off how you would weave Baronne into your combos. And if you know your opponent's playing a bunch of Spell Trap cards or something, it's great to have another Omni Negate instead of, you know, Sleeper, who might not interact with that very well. So I'm going to go ahead and get Super Agent. And this also saves Sleeper for next turn, right? You can just drop Sleeper if they break your board, which is always pretty good. So we'll go ahead and normal summon Quik Fix. Use Quik Fix's effect. Nope, don't need Link Remover yet. Go get Drone. This is to turn on your Double Helix. Activate Assault. Special summon Drone. And stack their deck. Monster spell. Now we can go into Double Helix. Now we can use the Helix's effect to get our Quik Fix back in this instance. It's a monster on top, because we need to get our big red rack, and because we've used our drone up in this scenario, we can't go into Princess Sprite with Quik Fix, so this is the way we get another Quik Fix activation. Get our big red without him banishing himself, right? Now we can big red back our Master Plan. Bring back Master Plan over here. And go get your other rescue mission. Now we'll turn Quik Fix into Link Crevo so we can set up our plans. You know, get our Curious and stuff. And we want to use Quik Fix first before we go into Curious, because we don't want to risk milling Last Resort off of Curious. So we'll discard Rescue, summon Quik Fix over here. We can go get our Last Resort. And now we go to Curious. Let's hope we don't mill Jet Synchron, because that would change the combo. You're not guaranteed to mill Jet Synchron after all. So use Curious's effect. Sending your Destrudo. And Curious's mandatory follow-up. And I didn't mill Jet Synchron, so we're good. Okay, so you can go ahead and use the... Ooh, come here. Alright, so we can go ahead and use our Destrudo, might as well, at this point. Doesn't hurt. At this point, it's just like the order you do things doesn't matter too much, but you could go to Appaloosa earlier or something. I'm just going to go ahead and go into Jet Synchron with Halka Firex, just get all this out of the way. You want to use your Double Helix because you need non-effect monster or non-link monsters on the field later for IP Masquerena. Use this effect. Go get Jet Synchron. Summon Jet Synchron there. And I might as well at this point to go ahead and activate our rescue mission. Summoning Master Plan. Over here. Get your rescue mission. And hey, while we're at it, let's go ahead and just summon Super Agent. Call monster card. You know, just get him on the field. You could have done this at any point, obviously. So summon Super Agent. Go into Appaloosa. Because we want to... You don't want to make Barricade Board Blocker off like double hits. You want to make it off Curious. Gives you more negates. So we can go ahead and turn these two. Into Appaloosa. Turn these two into Borreload Savage Dragon. Equipping Curious. Discard our rescue mission. Off of Jet Synchron. And we can go ahead and make IP Masquerena. Now, obviously, you know, the weakness of this setup is you don't have Sleeper, but that's a decision you would have to make regardless. This gets you another Omni Negate instead of Sleeper. You can always go into Sleeper here if you wanted to, but, you know, it's not the end of the world, you know. So we can go ahead and if you want to play around Call by the Grave, you can just go ahead and use Rescue now. And Special Summon Helix, now, or Special Summon Super Agent. Now, with all these extra extenders in my hand, I could have very easily played around this, and I could have probably gotten to my Sleeper regardless. There's a lot of funny ways you could go about that in this hand, but basically the idea is you still have two Omni Negates and IP Masquerena, you know, effect, your Appaloosa Negates, and your Locust effect. So you're still pretty strong board, and you've got the Last Resort and Sleeper in hand or ready to go later. And especially if you used a Resort earlier in the turn and a Barricade Board Blocker, you'll even have a Resort in your hand to guarantee the Sleeper search. So let's go ahead and, you know, play this out on our opponent's turn. It's just a bot, so they're not going to have too much success, obviously. Yeah, see, in this particular scenario, you have Resort plus Last Resort in your hand for next turn. And if you actually happen to accidentally mill Sleeper off of your Curious, your Resort puts it back in your deck. Like this. See, that's the idea, right? So you have a Sleeper in deck, and you have the full follow-up next turn. So, you know, if opponent does something, you just immediately hack a Fiber Axe effect, force them to discard, get your Desert Locust effect, and chain Desert Locust to its own effect. To make Baronne. If you had an extra extender that wouldn't help you get to Sleeper, or to make up for the fact that you can't get Sleeper, it'd be a good idea just to play it on the field, because you have that extra space now, because that would give your IP Masquerena something easier to link off with. And yeah, that is the combo. I'm just gonna, you know, beat this bot's brain in. Why not? It's fun. But yeah, so that's the other way you can get into Baronne. You don't get Sleeper, but it's still pretty good. You know, two Omni Negates, double Appaloosa, IP Masquerena, and a discard is way better than 90% of boards you can make in any other deck. And this is your weaker combo. Alright, so let's go on to the next one. Alright, so here we are with Grepher plus Nessie combo. This is obviously only a combo for Danger decks, but it's fairly similar to the Magician Souls plus Rescue mission combo. Let's go ahead and get that on with. So you'll summon Dark Grepher by discarding Nessie. And you'll use Nessie's effect to go get Jackalope. Turn off Ash. And you can use Grepher to discard Jackalope. We're going to ignore the other cards on the hand for the most part. And with the Grepher effect, you will send your Master Plan. That's how you get her into rotation. And you will use Jackalope's effect to go summon Mothman, the level 4 needed to go into Gugaris. And you'll use Gugaris' effect to skip your next main phase to special summon your Master Plan. And you use a Master Plan effect to go get an Assault mission. And we go ahead and go into Barricade Board Blocker. And you'll chain block your Master Plan with Barricade Board Blocker by making her Chain Link 1 and him Chain Link 2, discarding a Mission Assault. Obviously I could have done more with this handful of the cards, but we're going to treat this just like a regular 2-card combo. So you go ahead and get your Quik Fix. And your Spyral Resort. Electric Resort. And at this point, I would use Resort to get Super Agent to get in Baronne, but obviously I've already drawn the Super Agent, so we're just going to pretend that I've got it already, alright? So we'll normal summon Quik Fix. This Quik Fix's effect to go get Drone. Special summon Drone with Assault. Activate Assault, or Drone. That's a spell cards on top. Now we can use these to go into our double helix. Now use double helix effect. Now we get a spell on top to go get our Quik Fix back from graveyard. And use Quik Fix to go get Big Red. This is how you prevent yourself from getting clogged up by just summoning Quik Fix instead of Master Plan from your Helix effect. You still get a revive effect, it's all the same at the end of the day. And we can just go ahead and summon this guy because we know our top card, and we would have searched it, finger quote searched it, off of our resort that we got from Master Plan. And you use Master Plan to get our rescue. You're going to go into Link Rebo. Off your Quik Fix. And special summon Quik Fix while you still have your Helix on board. Get the rescue mission in the graveyard, and get your last piece in the situation. A last resort. And again, you could swap out Baronne for Sleeper in this instance just by searching Sleeper instead of Super Agent. Pretty straightforward. And we can go ahead and go into our Curious. At this point, it's basically just the Magician Soul side of the combo. You've seen this before, but I'll go through it for the sake of posterity. Go ahead and get Destrudo in the graveyard. Didn't mill Jet Synchron, so that makes everything the same. And we'll go ahead and use Destrudo off our Quik Fix. And we'll go ahead and make our Crystron Halka-Fibrax. Amusingly, you can just make Baronne off of Super Agent here, because leeching one level off of Quik Fix for Destrudo gets you a 6 and a 4, but you know, we're going to make it the other way, because you know, otherwise we can't get Dark Halka-Fibrax, and that's how we get into Borderload Savage Dragon, thanks to Jet Synchron. So go ahead and get your Jet Synchron. Bring it over here. Go ahead and use our rescue mission on our Master Plan. Get into the rescue mission. There's no reason not to just go ahead and go into Appaloosa here. This Quik Fix ain't doing anything else. And that sets up our material for Borderload Savage Dragon off of Jet Synchron and a Master Plan. And go ahead and use Borderload Savage. And go equip your Curious. And as a fun demonstration, because I actually have this extra resort in hand, I could go into my Sleeper. I'll go ahead and activate Jet Synchron. Discarding Rescue Mission. Dropping Jet Synchron. Making IP Masquerena off these two. And that's basically it. Which, if you want to play around Call by the Grave, you would just rescue mission on your turn. Though, as I said in the previous combo, this does prevent you from getting your Super Agent Spell Trap pop, which is another interaction. And now we could, you know, play Spyral Resort as if we hadn't used it before. Go get Sleeper. You know, this is a one more extender gets you into the Sleeper off of that kind of combo, just like any other combo. And that will get rid of, you know, these three. Don't really need them. You know, that's the full thing right there. And there you have it. Obviously, this required an extra Spyral Resort in hand or a Super Agent in hand, which I had plenty. I didn't even use one of my resorts, obviously, but you can just skip the Sleeper to go into Baronne, or skip the Baronne to go into Sleeper. Either way is fine. So just go ahead and finish this up. Show you the payoff. We're here to see Baronne, right? So let's use her little vision effect. Always put a danger back. Danger's always good draws. And your opponent draws. Okay, bot, what can you pull off? That's a spell trap. I don't like that. I'm going to negate that. I'm gonna go to Hulk. Yeah, just having fun with the bot at this point. And we can go ahead and do what we're all here waiting for. Desert Locust into Baronne. And there's Locust effect. Chain Desert Locust effect. 2 of Desert Locusts. And there you have it, Baronne. Just like Dawn Dragster, but you just have to leave a 4 on the board. And because of cards like Dark Grepher and Zephyros and Mothman, sometimes it's easier to leave a 4 on the board than it is to get a 1 on the board for Dawn Dragster, so it kind of works out. So yeah, there's that combo, and I got one more for you, showing you a kind of fringe scenario, and we'll get into that next. Alrighty, this is the last one, and this one I'm going to show you how you might, in some situations, get into Baronne before your opponent's turn and not relying on Desert Locust to do it. The reason that's the case is because sometimes you'll just have your Jet Synchron in your graveyard in your hand, or your Destrudo in your graveyard in your hand without having to use Curious, and in those situations you are free to go get Ash Blossom with Halka Fibrax, and Ash Blossom plus Master Plan, which you could revive instead of Super Agent, just lets you make Baronne on your turn instead of having to use Desert Locusts plus a 4. So as an example, this is a hand where we can kind of do that. So I'm going to use Spyral Resort, go ahead and go get everyone's favorite Master Plan, and the reason I'm doing that is because I have Dark Grepher via Reinforcement of the Army. I'm running 3 just for the sake of getting to these combos more quickly, and normally I only run 1, but Reinforcement of the Army is always in the deck, so it would be there, and you would special summon Dark Grepher by discarding Master Plan instead, and you can use Dark Grepher's effect to send Nessie, and with Nessie's effect you can get, well actually with Dark Grepher's effect you can go ahead and get your Destrudo into graveyard without having to use Curious. Or in this case I might get Zephyros, but as an example we'll just use Destrudo. And you use Nessie's effect. Go ahead and get like a Mothman, why not? Which, I mean, Jackalope's probably the best no matter what, so get Jackalope. And in this instance we can just go ahead and Monster Reborn Master Plan. So now we don't need to go into Curious to get Destrudo in graveyard. We've already got it in graveyard off of, because I had an extra extender in hand off Monster Reborn off the regular Dark Grepher setup. So we can go ahead and get our Assault Mission. Actually, I guess Assault Mission works. It doesn't really matter at this point. And you can just go ahead and use your Destrudo now. I mean, it doesn't hurt you. I mean, it does. It hurts you a whole lot, but there's no reason not to at this point. As long as you're not blocking your link zones, you're fine. So we can go ahead and go into our Barricade Aborg blocker. And get your Master Plan effect. And get your Barricade Aborg blocker effect. Heck, might as well discard this Jackalope, right? Because I can, I've got other methods to do what I was going to do otherwise, so you can go get your Quik Fix off your Master Plan. And your Spyral Resort. And you can go ahead and use your Jackalope to summon a freaking Mothman. Why not? It's funny. So we can go ahead and use Quik Fix, summon Quik Fix, use his effect. You can go get Big Red. Might as well play this Resort. Activate Resort. Go ahead and get our Super Agent. And we can go ahead and Big Red our Master Plan. This actually probably wasn't the optimal way to do it, I'm just messing around, but the important thing here is that you have Destrudo in graveyard, you don't need to go Curious for it. So we can go ahead and use our Master Plan, get our Rescue Mission. Go ahead and get into Double Helix. Summon him here. As long as I have another Dark to go into Curious, it's fine, really. So I can go ahead and use Quik Fix, discard Assault. You guys know this song and dance, right? Summon Quik Fix. Activate Quik Fix. Get your drone. Summon your drone. Stack their deck. Activate its effect. Monster spell. And oh no, all my zones are clogged. I can just go into Princess Sprite obviously first before activating Double Helix here to clear up my zones. And activate Helix's effect, calling a monster, and getting your master plan from deck, why not? Get all your bricks out, and use your master plan to get another rescue mission. Hoorah! And at this point, we do have the 3 dark monsters required to go into Curious, because I summoned this Mothman earlier, for fun. And at this point, now that we have Curious in play, but we already got our Destrudo, you can use Curious to get Jet Synchron, and this frees up your Hawk to go get a Ash Blossom, because you have a Jet Synchron rotation. Makes it that easy. And we can go ahead and use our Princess Sprite, because we gotta do this while Helix is still on the board. Not really, because you have Super Agent. It's not necessary, but you know, just what I'm used to doing. So we can go ahead and discard Rescue Mission. Summon Quik Fix. Activate Quik Fix. Get our last resort. And you might as well, set up your Appaloosa early, because this is the correct thing to do. You can't use these for anything else, really. Go ahead and get your Appaloosa. Special summon your Super Agent. Just get all this stuff out of the way. Vase up on the field. Go ahead and go into your Hauka Fibrax. And now Hauka can go get Ash Blossom. And this is the easiest way to get Baronne on your field, is Ash Blossom plus Master Plan before your opponent's turn, without having to rely on Desert Locust. So we can go ahead and make, I guess, we'll just do the Baronne first, right? It doesn't hurt. So summon Master Plan. Summon her right here. This actually works out even better because I'm going to have an extra rescue mission in hand at the end of this, which is great discard fodder off of IP Masquerena for a Unicorn effect. So now that we have this set up, we can just go into Baronne. Because I have Baronne, I don't need the Super Agent anymore. I can just go into IP Masquerena. I've got the link zones clear. Don't use a Baronne for IP Masquerena, that'd be bad. And we can just use our Jet Synchron the usual way we do to discard Rescue Mission. Summon Jet Synchron. Use Rescue Mission to bring Master Plan back one more time. Though we're out of missions at this point, so you're not going to get that little extra value out of her, unfortunately. But, I think this is good enough value, this board state. And you can go ahead and you make your board load Savage Dragon. And there we have it. That is the full board made before your opponent's turn. And you can do this with any extender in this situation, like I just showed you. But like the most common causes would be like you drew Destrudo, you drew Jet Synchron, and you could use it as like a discard earlier on. You drew Destrudo, Jet Synchron. Foolish Burial is another way you can do that. Your Dark Grepher doesn't need to send Master Plan to the graveyard because you already have it in the graveyard, so Dark Grepher can put Destrudo in the graveyard for you. Any number of ways, right? And yeah, this is not just full combo, but like a really good full combo. Let's get rid of the Master Plans. I don't need them anymore. And there you go. I don't even have to show the computer's turn because that is full combo on my turn. So this was a 3-card combo, admittedly, but this way this would come up more frequently is like if you use your Curious effect in your regular combo, just like Quik Fix plus Magician Souls. If Curious happens to mill Jet Synchron, you can do it this way too, right? You have your Jet Synchron in graveyard to make Borreload Savage Dragon. Your Hawk could just go get an Ash and make Baronne, and there we have it. And yeah, just nothing but and you have a rescue mission left over, which is ideal, right? And there was a barricade board blocker, so you even get a Spyral Resort as your follow-up for next turn. It's always nice when you get 2 resorts in rotation, and I'd probably like put a Danger back or something. Danger's always, solid. Search out a Bigfoot or something. Yeah, that is the last little combo I was showing you. This is like it's a fringe situation that will probably come up a lot because you'll so often just draw the cards that you need to get into with Curious for your baseline combo, and this just lets you set up your combo more efficiently on your own turn without having to rely on Desert Locusts on your opponent's turn. This is less susceptible for Forbidden Droplets, for instance, right? If your opponent Forbidden Droplets and hits your Hulk, you can never go into your Baronne, and that kind of sucks. So there you go. That was a 4 little combo video showing you how to get into Baronne with Spyral. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions about other situations where Baronne might be good, or other deck combinations of Spyral where Baronne might be good, let me know. I think this is probably the best Baronne version of Spyral because you have extra 7s in the form of Nessie and to go with Ash, and that kind of works out pretty well. Alright, so have a good one, guys. See you next time. Bye.